Our work begins with getting COVID under control. We cannot repair the economy, restore our vitality, or relish life's most precious moments, hugging our grandchildren, our children, our birthdays, weddings, graduations, all the moments that matter most to us until we get it under control. I will spare no effort, none, or any commitment to turn around this pandemic.
And we're joined now by two governors on the front lines, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem. Governor Cuomo, let me begin with you. Thanks for joining us this morning. What is the national strategy on COVID you want to hear from President-elect Biden right now?
Thanks. Good to be with you, George. Look, we're coming up to the worst 2 months, I think, that we may have seen vis-a-vis COVID. You see the numbers going crazy all across this country, all across the globe. The scientists said this was going to happen, and you're seeing it in the fall with the cold coming back. And we're going to have a long 2 months. Unfortunately, the Biden administration doesn't take office until January 20th. I know this was the election, but that's a long 2 months. And then after the fall resurgence, this administration is now starting to implement the vaccination plan. That's going to be very important, and that's probably the largest test we've had since COVID started. The vaccination plan is a huge undertaking. 330 million people have to be vaccinated. This nation only did 120 million COVID tests in 7 months. If this administration rolls out a flawed vaccination plan, it's going to be a problem because it's going to be very hard for the Biden administration to turn it back. But I think you'll see a different tone now. I think you'll even see some governors start to take a different tone now that Mr. Trump is out of office. I think the political pressure of denying COVID is gone. I think you'll see scientists speak with unmuzzled voice now. And I think the numbers are going to go up and Americans are going to get how serious this is.
And what is your read of the mandate of this election? When you pour over the results from across the country, we've had discussion about that this morning. What's your read on that?
Look, I think it's right what some of your earlier guests said. There's a message for both parties in all of this. But I think the overwhelming message was it was about President Trump. And the country rejected the negativity, the personality, the controversy. He did everything he could, George, to divide the nation, right? He disunited the states of America. And Joe Biden is the exact opposite. You heard him speak from his heart last night. That's who he is. He's an authentic person. He's about finding commonality, which is an affirmative effort. You know, we are different in this country. And we can very easily factionalize. And that's what Trump played on, divide and conquer. Religious issues, racial issues, the gun issue, the abortion issue, the immigration issue. It was all about dividing America. You'll see Joe Biden is going to be all about that affirmative effort to find the commonality, the chord that connects. I think that's what it was about. I think there was also a general disdain for Washington. When people's lives are under real stress and they're having real challenges, they're pointing fingers in Washington. And if there was ever a time in history not to do it, now was the time.
The president-elect is going to have to unify Democrats. He's also going to have to work with the Republicans. Governor Kristi Noem is coming up next. What's your message to her and other Republicans who so far have not acknowledged, and we heard Senator Blunt earlier, President-elect Biden's victory?
Look, I think it's a mistake. I think if, first of all, it is the exact disunity that was just rejected, right? Now you're going to stretch to find some legal case and further deteriorate trust in the democratic institution of this nation. If these election results came in on one night, George, it would be called a blowout. That would be the headline, right? 4 million popular votes. States no one thought that Joe Biden was going to win. The votes that Trump was counting on, the military votes, et cetera, never materialized. It would be a blowout. Stop the rancor. Stop the fighting. We have real problems. Let's move on together. And I think you'll see, this year I'm chairman of the National Governors Association. I think you'll see Republican governors who were cowed by Trump's philosophy to deny COVID, don't take tests, because if you take tests, then you'll find cases. The scientists couldn't speak up. His own health officials were muzzled. I think that day is over, and I think you'll see this COVID rebound putting forth a stark reality to governors all across the nation, because it's going to be the states that denied COVID that are now going to be paying the highest price.
Governor Cuomo, thanks for your time this morning. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.